Well, it is Monday evening, April 25th, 2016, and I had planned to actually communicate a little more in depth a little bit earlier, but boy, the sinuses have been going crazy with the those just having orgasms all over the universe, it seems like. Anyway, that's my own Chavejo, and but I think all of us are just pretty damn glad that we're moving into spring full blast now, and life is just getting better and better. Anyway, this is just a brief update, fairly fast, on the advance of the planets, what's going on. You know, we just had this full moon weekend, and the continuance of the advance of this planetary interaction, Neptune and Jupiter and Saturn and Mars, filling out all sorts of tense energy angles. So let's take a look at this and see what actually we can glean from this confabulation of planetary influences. So a little bit earlier today, we had that moon transit through Sagittarius, and it kind of spiked a little energy flow there from Mars and Saturn. And that's why I was putting a little bit of an emphasis on that particular interaction, because we're going to feel the after effects of this for a while. And actually, we're going to be feeling the after effects of the interaction of these planets for a while yet. It's going to take a while for all of these different angles to kind of break apart, calm down, and diminish. And the primary player in a particular game is Neptune. And Neptune sitting in Pisces is really working on clearing illusions. And a lot of times the way Neptune does that is that it blows the illusion out of proportion. It makes things just totally psycho. And, you know, you're just like stunned at the things that you're seeing and hearing. But it causes you to question. It causes you to ask yourself, is this real? And is this in control of me and my destiny? And of course, once we begin to wake up from illusions, we realize, oh, it was just a dream. So really, there's no need to fight or resist. We just continue to awaken. We just, you know, drop our resistance, but also our belief in the illusions. So how is this working right now? Well, we've got Jupiter setting opposite of Neptune in Pisces. It's down there in Virgo. And it's pretty grounded. It's, you know, it's got its earth energy that it is kind of amping up with. So with this grounded earthy energy and this retrograde motion, it is asking you to go inside and get your own grounding. Figure out what it is that gives you an anchor in your particular reality. Because in opposition, we have Neptune sitting up there moving forward. It's not retrograde. And it is saying, you know, don't trust what you're hearing. Don't trust what you're seeing. You have to really operate on a higher vibrational level. You have to trust your insight. You have to see with your eyes closed. You have to enter that mystical realm. And in association with that, we have Mars and Saturn both traveling backwards in Sagittarius, in square to Jupiter, and in square to Neptune. So basically, that Saturnian influence, once again, is the educator, the revelatory planet, the planet that causes you to work. And as a result of the effort exerted, you come to a higher evolutionary phase. You become more fully aware of what's actually going on. And Mars is the energizer. And so Mars, being retrograde, is trying to pull that energy back into you. So give your energy away whenever you get out there and allow your energy to be diluted, as it were. You're working against your own best interests, and you're also working kind of in parallel with the Neptune illusionary energy. So Mars is saying, okay, pull that energy back. Let's examine stuff. Let's look inside. Let's find a higher purpose for all of our activities, for all our dreams and aspirations. So this is a good time to consolidate your vision, to create a new sense of, this is the direction I want to go. This is what I want to accomplish. And these are the illusory obstacles that I have to transcend and achieve my goals. And basically the way we achieve our goals is not so much by fighting off the things that are going to bog us down, but by staying, focused and putting all of our energy and attention into the advance motion, getting it done, making it manifest. So whenever you turn into St. George and the dragon and you're out there trying to slay imaginary dragons, you're actually bogging down and not getting the work done that you need to be getting done. So that's the big message from the heavens right now. I will mention that Pluto is feeding some energy into this whole process also. So you got that Plutonian, let's pull things up from the depths of the soul kind of energy. And it is flowing into this activity of Neptune, Jupiter, Mars, and Saturn. So this is a very deep process, and you may notice weird dreams. You may notice bizarre experiences where you're running into people you haven't seen for decades, or, people are showing up in your life in a way that you never expected. And really, this is a prime cycle to embrace and advance and fulfill your true destiny. And of course, the primary process here is to figure out just what the heck your true destiny is. So this is a very revelatory week, and you can get a lot accomplished with your meditation and with that knowledge that if I just close my eyes for a brief second, 8 or 9 times during the day, it clears that vision board. And then when I step back in to my conscious life, I can see clearly. They will be less skewed. Now, the other exciting news is that on the horizon, we do have a Mercury retrograde coming up. And we'll be starting to see the first little ripples around this Mercury retrograde. So as we enter the end of the week, we'll finally step into that illusion of Mercury moving backwards into heaven. And we all know that all of the retrogrades are, in fact, illusions. They are ways to challenge our belief system. So when this Mercury retrograde comes along in Taurus, it is going to challenge you on your belief systems around your personal objects. So don't be surprised if, your computer crashes, your cell phone blows up, whatever, because it will ground the energy down into that Taurus realm, and it will cause you to have to observe and prepare for your own next big advance. Now, if you're ready to step out of an old cell phone, or if you're ready to step out of an old computer or an old car or even an old house, this is a time not to make a commitment to the groundwork, to do the observation, to ask yourself, what is it that I am trying to tell myself in this interaction of Mercury moving backwards for about 3.5 weeks here. So a lot of fun things going on in the heavens. This is a good week for making advances. You feel a little bit of struggle because Neptunian energy is definitely kind of a fog bank in its own way. And the Plutonian energy, it definitely pulls things up that you thought you had released and forgotten about. Saturn likes to slap you across the knuckles and say, hey, do your homework. And of course, Jupiter going backwards is always great fun. Jupiter loves to enter the room with an entourage and to create merry mirth and all sorts of expansion kind of energy. So it's going to be a fun week. You can get a lot accomplished. Don't worry. That's the primary part of the message of the heavens. Stop worrying, stop living in fear, stop holding yourself back. Get out there and look at what's actually going on. Be truthful with yourself and know that you can accomplish the things you want to accomplish. So that's your weekly update. Get out there, share the love, pass love around. And I'll probably be talking to you right before we step into this coming weekend. And that will be as Mercury is exercising its muscle in that retrograde motion. So do check out my website. Services page gives you all the information for readings and for various other services I offer. And that's www.onefeatherjournal.com. Get out there and rock and roll and have a great advance into spring. I'll be seeing you soon. Bye now.
When they yo, no one